Celilo is a new opportunity, and it was a chance just to say, okay, no rules, just what we want to do. The town has established itself as a great dining location. We can stretch our boundaries a little bit more. What we were most excited about, and the ethic that we took from the 6th Street, is a great connection to our local food environment. We really are able to live this whole local cuisine fury that's taking place has been quietly in existence in the Hood River for 10 years by now. So we know the people who grow our food. The lamb in this dish is from Cattail Creek Farm, and I have a great relationship with John Newmeister, the owner. And the beets are from Prairie Creek Farm, which is Gene Teal, and he's an anchor of food and food growing in Oregon. And the microgreens come from White Oak Farm, which is Goldendale as well. And so it's truly a local dish, and I don't mean to toot my own horn by saying that, but I didn't think about that as I put it together. I thought, how would this come together nicely? And I really enjoyed the fact that when I then go back and reflect on the origin of those ingredients, I know I personally received the delivery of these things from these people. And I just feel a great sense of pride in that. And that to me is what Celilo is about, and it's a success because of those relationships. Well, the dish that I prepared is a lamb carpaccio with roasted beets and a coriander vinaigrette. And let's see, there's a couple different influences. The beets are of the season right now, and so we enjoy root vegetables all winter long. We just kind of got into our beet mode here at Celilo, and so we have roasted beet salad on the menu. When we tasted the Domaine Saint-Michel Blanc de Blanc, it was it needed a little bit more than just the beets, and the dish as we have it, we use a salty cheese ricotta salata with it, and that was not a good pairing. But it has a toastiness traditional to this style, and so that got me thinking about coriander. And another dish that we do uses coriander with the lamb carpaccio, and so I thought this is all going to come together nicely. So the dish is the lamb loin or lamb tenderloin, and it has a dusting of coarsely ground coriander on the exterior, which gets seared on the lamb. Then that piece is frozen. That's how carpaccio gets sliced thinly. So that's got the toasty element to it. The beets have an earthiness, which I think really supports the wine. The wine tastes like the Hood River Valley because we've got nice bright apple influence there. We were thinking, Jacqueline and I were talking, we were thinking Granny Smith is sort of the most notable, that green apple flavor. But it's got that nice apple influence. So the flavors of the valley, and then vegetables from the valley, beets, maybe that's a little stretch. They're definitely earthy, but I feel like the lamb is delicate. The beets have that natural sensibility, and then the wine is really very light. Bright acidity supports the delicateness of the lamb, and then the earthiness of that fruit and beet combination, I think, is a success.
Sparkling wine it tends to get lost as a food pairing possibility, and people just think of it as a celebratory thing. Can you talk about it's pretty much the acidity and the low alcohol automatically make it pretty amenable to food pairings, would you agree?
The low alcohol and acidity make it appropriate for food. I think it's just that bubbly wine has the, and even it's the festivity of opening the bottle that gives it a little bit more circumstance and makes people feel like it requires an event of some kind. I did my culinary schooling in France, and my experience there was that champagne started every meal, or method champenoise, and so it wasn't that there was an occasion, it was that it was the occasion. And I really enjoyed that. But I think, you know, in the case of the Domaine Saint Michel, it pairs beautifully with food. And I thought about what else we would serve with this dish, with the lamb carpaccio. Riesling with a little bit of sweetness could work. Pinot Gris in that same crispy style. But the truth of it is, this is better than both a traditional Pinot Gris or traditional Riesling. The bubbliness, I think it activates your taste buds and it gets you paying attention to the food.